also you picked up on this, Ramon. They went for the glue.
They went for the glue claw, so just great late game damage, and you have a good transport system, you know, with the diversion from this Loyi. I'm looking at Onic Esports. The damage to take out glue isn't really there from that early to mid game. You do have very stable laning with that Lutpi Edith, but objective takes, it kind of is up in the air. How is Onic going to cut through that glue?
Yeah, I don't know. This one's going to be pretty tough here. I'm going to let you boys figure that out, debate on it as we head into the Land of Dawn. This is our very first Best of 5 series. Good luck to the both of you. It's Remar and as well as Husky.
Thank you very much, Gideon. Remar, we're about to get the show going. Indonesia versus Indonesia. One team looking to get that ticket against Onic Philippines once more and get that, what, 4th rematch since M6, and another looking to continue that arc of redemption and get that Onic versus Onic finals.
Yeah, you were talking about the glue, and I gotta agree with you there. It seems like the damage profile might not be enough to mess up with the glue in the earlier portions of the fight. But I'm looking at it from the perspective of, if this glue pick doesn't get stopped, Aran can do Aran things, which is one of the major conditions to TLID success. OP shut down Aran, hence why TLID lost. And no way!
Oh, I was legitimately thinking Fabian tried to go for the rush. He retreat at level 1. And Keyboy, secured by Kyrie, uncontested of course, and Keyboy relaying that info. So they've essentially mapped out where TLID is going to move with Fabian. In fact, Aaron Shiki now in a bit of a tough spot, RWM forcing out the Purify first blood for Severo.
And diversion up top, here comes Witty!
Suns should be okay. Witty no 4 yet, so no kick. Bottom lane, Keyboy even shows up alongside Lutpi. The pressure is just global so far.
Yeah, Onic Esports, they're beating them in the map. Witty, yet again, we talked about this. He has to put out too many fires.
He's going to try and put out this one. Finds the Jit Kundo, double knockout, no kick just yet. Witty doesn't have the ultimate, flickers away. Aran goes into the split, but the Kyrie snipe, quell the Evo. Witty goes down. There's going to be the smash pass from Aran, but the Soul Sever does plenty of damage. Aran now trying to hang on. The duality doesn't do enough. Sans picks up that kill, and the Hesku forced out of his own jungle. Lutpi almost takes him down, but orange buff for Kyrie.
Just great rotations overall by Onic Esports. It wasn't the clearest draft win for them, but rotationally it's just so good. And another diversion though, but this time good for Team Liquid ID.
Yeah, Lutpi has to eat that, couldn't even use the flicker in time, but a small price to pay. Onic Esports still has a bit of a lead, close to the 2,000 mark. Next turtle in 40 seconds. Fabian spotted out by Keyboy once more, and Keyboy does not even let him get the second beetle. So Fabian, he's just on economy mode right now.
He getting the Earth Shatter and just knocking him up in time. They got that pick off because of him.
Now this purple buff will be threatened again. Aran's going to show up to do some damage control. Keyboy implosion into an RWM. Keyboy will lose his life, but they get the flip once more. Fabian does not survive. Aran is going to flicker forward, sticks on 2 members of Onic Esports, but now he is isolated. Flickers to safety. Onic Esports though, did they expect this diversion? They're going to get caught! Uheskil brings in a secondary layer of engage, and that would be a trade in favor of Liquid ID, but they still got to deal with Sans and Kyrie, as Kyrie takes down Witty once more. Onic Esports willing to go for the trade, but so far, Nat positive for Team Liquid ID. Aaron Shiki with a blazing duet. Kyrie down low. Both teams disengage.
Getting a bit more back, and despite everything Onic Esports did in the map, their lead is only at around 1,000, and which is the perfect play by Onic Esports.
Yeah, I do like that they are going to start moving forward whenever Aran isn't around.
Yeah.
That is the key for TLID to stay in the fight for extended periods of time. Get the flip with the Witty again. Once more, he goes down. Aaron Shiki even uses that ultimate to clear out that wave. But it's damage control for TLID. Purple buff once more will be threatened.
Additional checklist. If someone's slow and they go back a little bit, then we go forward. Then we start being aggressive again. Nothing too crazy, just good old standard MLBB, but Fabian gets caught out.
Gets caught by the primal wrath of Lutpi, and now Onic Esports can just place themselves in that mid lane, take it down, and this map right now is open for business.
Wow, it seems like, I wonder if TLID's feeling as if like, wait, is this Onic Philippines again? Like, what's happening here? What's happening to us? A kick by Witty.
And there's no conversion to it. Witty has to disengage, but at least escape with his life for now. The bot tier 1 does go down. The Ice Queen's 1 into a Blood Wing.
Oh yeah.
Now first Lord for Onic Esports. So they're looking to get it. Kyrie 2 levels ahead of Fabian, so Fabian is trying to attempt Gonna be engaged, implosion,
Whoa!
Kyrie gets the Lord Severo untouched so far. Aronshiki blazing duet, trying to take down Loopy. Loopy finally goes down to Fabian, but Fabian in no man's land, and Kyrie has just gotten a double kill. Within Aronshiki goes down, Fabian and Yehescu falls, triple kill for the Sky King.
And Onic Esports continue their march forward. TLID wanted to get cheeky, but K-Boy again with this Tigreal, the
Leveling, right? He's just consistently getting stronger and better every single game that he plays, and now looking to reach critical mass. Fabian, what's the play here? There is a flank angle, but I'm not sure if he has time to do so. He's gonna try and cut that wave, use it as a launching pad. Kyrie will challenge him as the fight now splits in two. Aran wants to get in on it, but couldn't. Aronshiki using his health bar as a resource, but it expires at the very end. Winnie gets sucked in by the implosion, killing spree for Severo, and a double on top of that. It's a double for Onic Esports, and Onic will take game one.
My goodness, if I'm TLID now, it's like, we faced Onic PH internationally, we thought that was it. Because yeah, you can deal damage, but majority of the time, you're just healing all the damage CC throws at you instead.
Here we go, final pick coming in from the side of TLID. Last 5 seconds here for them to decide on how to deal with this composition. They do go Valentina here. Wow.
And Rema, you sort of called it, right? But I think Onic
Yeah.
just weren't sure if they wanted to commit to a cool front. I think it's fine either way.
Yeah.
I mean, the Valentina, overall, you have the final slash. We've seen that be utilized plenty of times.
Oh yeah, that's true. I think, yeah, that might be the X factor here actually. The fact that there's also a final slash on the side of Team Liquid ID that they can use to surprise.
I don't know. I feel like it's more, there's a higher inclination for Onic Esports to take this away because, again, Valentina is also quote-unquote kind of short range. We'll see the battle spells once we start getting into the game. I'm hoping people are taking Purifies. Dear God, they better do. All right, that's enough of me. I'm going to pass it to you boys to take us into the Land of Dawn for game number 2. It's going to be Husky and as well as Renmar.
Thank you very much, Gideon. Yes, I do hope Yehescu goes for Purify. If he goes for Flicker, we are going to have a lot of conversations on our hands.
Yeah.
But Onic Esports, they did open up game 1 with a resounding victory. Just one Lord was all it takes. Let's see if the choo-choo train continues in game 2 with TLID finding themselves on the red side and Onic Esports on blue.
All right. I still really wish I was the Kufra, but this time that means they can still just be really aggro. Still a lot of map presence, a lot of macro for the side of Onic with the Khalid Low-Yi combination with how fast they can rotate. And
Witty!
Oh, wow! And apparently it's a nightmare for a Cho to deal with in the mid lane trading.
I mean, you're getting stuck on that Kufra, you're getting sucked back.
And right now, that Harith needs to be dealt with by Onic Esports. They just can't let it free.
A couple more pokes from Sans and Keyboard onto Yehescu. Fabian, multiple targets to go for. The body's going to be Sans stunned up under the turret. Fabian will still find Sans, but Keyboy and Kyrie trace him back. Lutpi, bottom side, will lose out to Aran. The curtain call just doing more than enough. A kick from Witty on the Kyrie. Blaze Surge to escape. Keyboy covers his track.
Look at that. They finally got to level things out here. And okay, yesterday we saw the outlier of Kirk's Arlot defeating the CC of Aran. ID is going to be living in their jungle for a while. And they just have to try and open up the map for Severo. I like Keyboy's positioning right now because low-key, that's actually him providing space and room for Severo to split push without a problem, but it's bad here in the bottom.
I mean, Lutpi just he's got himself and Sans killed by flickering with the current call on top of him, and it should be just an easy cleanup. Aronshiki with a very straightforward double kill, and now Kyrie, he's going to be next on the chopping block. What's the move? There's the Blade Surge and Qual the Evo, but Team Liquid ID sticks onto him. Final slash by Yehescu for dead on Onic.
And Onic Esports says we're just...
Damage is going to come from Onic, because, I mean, it feels like only Severo can do it.
Yeah, it's really tough. Somehow they have to chain crowd controls with the duality and with the Raging Sandstorm, but it's tough.
Oh, Yehescu walks up to get a final slash. Aronshiki almost goes down. They try to go for him, but Aronshiki escaped. Good attempt from Keyboy though. They can trade Witty for both Lutpi and Keyboy. Onic, at least the silver lining is they defend their base, but that was a risky move by TLID that somehow paid off.
Yeah. They only sacrificed Witty, but they got a good amount. They got 2.
For Onic, TLID, they really didn't get much, but Sans want to make that divergent play. Do they read this? They're gonna make their move. Kyrie spots both of them. Lives will be sacrificed. They fight Aran. Kyrie jumped on by Fabian. Aaron Shiki will be forced to disengage. Yehezkiel flickers forward. They want to look for Sans. Sans control his life. Throw out every single spell to find a second kill. Keyboy gets Fabian. And now he's full retreat. SOD connects. Savero! Flicker, but kicked by Witty. Aaron Shiki still falls. Onic Esports not able to get the full wipe, but still they make the best out of it.
The Gila Gambit works. It's just Witty left, but Kiboy and Lutpi. See if they can even break this turn because Witty should be able to defend it. Lutpi commits the final slash, and yeah, they defend the turret in the mid.
Lutpi could be gone on loses most of health. Keyboy too. So 2 inhibitors go down simultaneously. TLID getting mid and bottom. The Lord will now have to be taken care of. Plenty of damage from Onic Esports at this point to make it happen. Can still play. Witty looking for a play. Couldn't find the Jikundo. Stunned up, but durable enough to get away. Lord still is a problem. Keyboy sweat back and use the Raging Sandstorm just to buy a bit of time. Aaron Shiki almost goes down, but Fabian just on top of Lupi takes him out. The Lord still alive. Fabian has to retreat. But all things said and done, Kyrie will get Fabian. All inhibitors down for Onic, but Savero is still going. No SOD to follow up. TLID gets the full base. Sans not done just yet though. Witty's gonna check the bush. He's gonna instantly see the port. And Savero once more goes huge. But do they know that Aaron Shiki and Yehezkiel are there? Savero is the target. The Purify from Aaron Shiki just enough. But Kyrie once more strikes back and Onic holds on.
Yehezkiel left alone. Sans and Kyrie want to chase after him, but Yehezkiel won't even be able to use the diversion. He flickered into it. What an escape by Yehezkiel.
That's the use of the flicker the entire game.
Ready to respond to it.
Now Onic, let's see if they can put a play of a lifetime, and this could be it. Oh, Fabian right on top of them. They're gonna jump on Fabian. He's dead. Kyrie sacrifices his life. Big final slash from Lupi. But where's Savero? That's the guy that you need to watch out for. SOD connects. Savero tries to go for Aaron Shiki. Can't get range just yet, but it's between him and the Harif. Yehezkiel trying to escape from Sans. Will make it the case. Sans flickers forward for the kill. And Onic continues to make the big plays.
But Savero still trying to find an even bigger target than Aran. Aaron Shiki still alive, so TLID still has their gold laner. Aran and Aaron Shiki, they still want to fight.
They definitely have the tools to do so. Savero is the target. Aaron Shiki goes for him. But the knockback from the spear just enough to keep Savero alive. And TLID not done just yet. Keyboy flickers the top of Aaron Shiki, trying to stay alive. The concussive blast. The shield once more keeps Aaron Shiki alive. Divergence comes in. Sans, he carries himself forward. Aaron Shiki loses immortality. And Sans blows him up. Onic staggering the death timers of TLID.
Crazy by the Gila himself. Sans is 3-3 and 12 with this low Yi. Of all the people who I thought could have gotten that kill finally on Aaron, down on the side of Team Liquid ID, it takes a while for Aaron Shiki and another major damage dealer to go down.
They kick Lutpi again, but this time we
Sans and
pick
Kyrie
to the wall. Keyboy, Winter Truncheon, and the Quicksand Guard just to heal up, but he just explodes. So that's going to be a kill for TLID. Unfortunately, on Esports, they are in such a horrible spot. TLID, there's a pincer maneuver potential. Sans, he's going to go down. Winter Truncheon to buy time. Lutpi looking for an escape. Kyrie, can you make the best out of this? Seems like the answer is no. Sans will fall. 2 for TLID.
And that's it. The Gambit was read by Team Liquid ID. Kyrie and Sans left that shrub a little too early, or they decided to join in a little too late when Team Liquid ID was already pushing back the members of Onic Esports, and Liquid won't even go for the Lord. They want to end.
Another conceal play. Aaron Shiki straight for the Crystal. Savero is going to make the play of his life. The pierce damage from the pass, it might be enough. Savero! Oh my goodness, the damage is there, but TLID just brute forces down. The Crystal is an equalizer for TLID.
1-1, the current score between these two teams. The Indonesians putting on the show of a lifetime for the audience live in Johor Bahru. Oh my god, what? Yeah, they're going to be fast. It looks like Edith is going to be the go-to default EXP pick for Onic Esports. Boys, how are we feeling about the compositions here? There is a technical potential encounter here with the carry into that Harith, but as this game goes on, there is going to be a bit of a reach difference for both of these marksmen.
Yeah, I feel like it's so dual dependent because looking at the interactions of Gatot, Edith, Farsa, Suyo together, that four, you know, they're so good because you have great sources of crowd control, really good damage distribution, lots of magic, which means you would trump in the early trading. But then on the side of TLID, it's Hylos, Matilda, Alpha, and their mid laner as well, like the Sicilian, I like it. It's execution based. It's so execution based for me.
It's a three-way game of rock, paper, scissors
Yeah.
on both sides. 6
Yeah.
games all happening at once. I mean, good luck to you boys, as you're going to have to break it down once we start heading into the land of Dawn. It's Kasugi and Remar.
Thank you, Gideon. Right, come on, let's do this. Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh.
No, wait.
Good, you were late. One more time. One more time.
Rock, paper, scissors. All right, it seems like the scissors beats the paper just as always as we head into game number 3. TLID against Onic Esports once more. As TLID on blue side, Onic Esports on red. I love the technicality between carry and Harif. It really comes down to who moves first, who strikes first.
Yeah, both of them accepted as like, you know what? We both need to provide the damage for our teams, but we're both putting ourselves in that worst.
He definitely isn't untouchable anymore, but he still got the chops. I mean, Kyrie, he's still playing to that optimal level that we know of him as the Prince. And engaged on the bottom bush, Revitalize is pop, but man, the damage from Liquid ID is disgusting. Onic Esports tried to fight a 2v4 and it ended horribly.
Yeah. Okay, Team Liquid ID, again, we did mention it would just be about the trading at the center of the map, the early trades, who exit that you don't really want to invade too much compared to if you were invading a Joy, then Fabian's safe.
Try and kill Aran, but it's not easy. Aran even has the Vengeance. Glorious Pathway drop down, he is out of there. And Liquid ID arriving with backup. Fabian, your Heskill Widdy. Uh-oh, Kyrie getting caught out, gets away in time, but not for long. Feather Airstrike committed, another fight on Esports. Will be able to trade Fabian in return. Keyboy surviving with a Revitalize, heals himself out. Aran finally falls, and TLID gets punished.
Whoa, the sheer long teamfight strength of an Edith that was able to use a Primal Wrath at full charge. Sans being able to free it and the safe distance as well.
Ice. And most of the damage that's killing him right now is magic damage.
Yeah, at this point, I think he's just thinking, oh man, Radiant Armor, Athena Shield, which one am I going to go
Twilight?
for, dude? Twilight, because it's just also a lot of burst. So the second item for Keyboy is crucial in Loot P.
Once more, the Sacrificial Lamb of Onic. And this is going to snowball from bad to worse. Top tier 2 already down. And it's the long lane, right? That's where the first lot spawning bottom. The Holy Shoe is going to pop. Onic has a lot of housekeeping that they need to do.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just classic Liquid ID that we're seeing right now. The very decisive rotations, no hesitation at all. Across the map, every position won their respective trades.
Keyboy, he just disappears again. Not enough magic resist to frontline against TLID. So this, I mean, what do you do as Onic at this point, right? This Lord is...
The range, the crowd control, Liquid ID, they're playing this perfectly. No other way to put it. They're just playing so well right now to their strengths and to the weaknesses of Onic.
Savera wants to really walk up and help his team in any way, but there's just no avenues despite the tools that Onic have. Or don't have in this case, TLID looking to brute force their way to a game 3 win. Fabian just frontlines everything, Winter Crown to buy time. The Lord helping them up. Onic Esports needs to mount a defense of their life, and so far they're still able to do so, but not for long. TLID, they have the wave, they have the damage, they have the members, and they almost clear it out, but the fresh wave mid will secure that win. Team Liquid Indonesia locks in their second win of this best of 5.
After that Game 1 win, Team Liquid ID have woken up. The Stallions are marching across the field and the cavalry is 100% back and on.
It does well into the Loyi. It does
The
okay.
anti-CC.
It does okay into the Suyo. It does have CC to cancel out.
What is this Julian?
I mean, if they really wanted like Swiss Army knife versus Swiss Army knife,
Oh, it's just
let's do
high
it high
Okay.
at least with the high plays can be made. And I think more importantly, there's not much. I mean, considering that the main cores don't really have disengage mechanics, other than the slide tackle for Bruno, of course, it's pretty free for Fabian if he starts building up with an early lead.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. You know, maybe it's because I'm still not used to seeing Novaria back in the meta. I'm having a little bit of a tougher read here. Let's just see if Onic Esports can disrupt Fabian and at the same time loot P to beat Aran in lane. Let's just go back to the most basic condition that Onic PH set up for themselves yesterday against Team Liquid ID.
I think we always got to keep in mind, you know, what they are learning from the previous games, and a lot of it just comes down to Aran's picks and performances, as well as Aaron Shiki so far, because the consistent players are going to be consistent. So good luck to both of these teams as we start heading on into game number 4. Our casters, Husky and as well as Remar, will keep you guys company in the meantime.
Thank you very much, Gideon. Game 4, match point for TLID Renmar. One more game and they will earn their 4th rematch against Onic Philippines since they first met on the world stage. But Onic, if they win this, we will get a Game 5 either way. It seems like TLID are sticking with the same modus operandi of Game 3. Force multipliers. We go fast, we go hard, and if we get the engines running early on, we're going to run down Onic.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that we fail to acknowledge also, that Onic Esports lineup does have a good possibility of snowballing. As Team Liquid ID, their snowball, though it's not as pronounced as what it can bring to the table, but oh no, Kiboy!
Instead, just overstepping boundaries.
Yeah.
I feel like we've seen this plenty of times. I mean, Game 1 it worked out, right? Game 2 you kind of will spot out. Diversion is available. Fabian, he really wants peace, but Keyboy, he's not here for peace. He's looking for Fabian.
No!
One last slap in the face with the scimitar. Keyboy has done his job. Turtle for Onic. Keyboy, who's back up, turns on the wing, takes the shatter in the face. Double kill for Keyboy.
Keyboy showing us after that mess up in the first invade, he's showing, just let me cook. Give me a second. Let me remind you what my Khalid can do against his Hayabusa and against that Matilda. That was the easiest invade for Keyboy. And good follow-up as well from Sans coming in.
And just walks in and gives him a couple slaps in the face. Fabian finally hits 4, but Aran is going to get jumped on. Pulled away. Keyboy from the back gets a killing spree. Ogi shadow kill from Fabian. Finds no one. Fabian stunned up with a Blaze Surge, and Kyrie slices him into pieces. Onic getting the snowball rolling.
Apologize, Keyboy.
Double down on from Game 3. But the snowball from Onic, it just like you said, a lot more stronger, a lot more prevalent, a lot more agency. As the run gets gone on, Curtain Call is unleashed. We're going to use the Echo, spots out Kyrie. Kyrie drops Fabian, finds the backline. Ludwig goes down, double kill for Fabian, and a run escapes.
Keyboy got hit with the Star Shatter, but he is still fine. Early game Novaria, so doesn't have the damage just yet, but still just in his purple buff. And you know, they got it right. The gambit worked out for them. So now Onyx Esports with a 2k gold lead, but the Team Liquid ID are still in striking range.
Aran's gonna come in on the Sun. Sun flickers to safety. Aran now no man's land, tied down by the Curtain Call. Goes down. Look, P and Savero putting in the numbers. 2 kills for Onic. Third turtle. She will be secured by them.
Seems like CC now is 100% the EXP laner of the patch, huh? Because,
yeah.
Get the CC, and it seems like it's a little bit easier for you to play MLBB. Team fight loss that they can afford. If they lose the next team fight in a big way, then solidified, it's Onic Esports game to control maybe up until 14-15 minutes in the game. But if Team Liquid ID win the next team fight, then they balance things out.
Run. Teasing a little bit. Weedy actually flies in, has to pop the Purify. Not really what they want, but they have the Echo though. Aran will go down. Shadow kill not denied by Ludwig with the Vengeance. Savero flickers forward, looks for Fabian and finds him. A diversion past the tier 1. Onic wins that fight, hands down.
See, the sheer amount of damage Team Liquid ID has shows they can. But they probably shouldn't have in that scenario. I think the trigger for them was just like, once Kyrie got that double stun, they were...
Onic, I mean, it kind of trivializes the Onic goalie to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I have a 9k goalie, but man, I cannot break through these pokes. Keyboy finds 2 of the TLID members, while the rest of Onic are working on the Lord, so maybe that's going to get them the Lord. TLID will try to arrive there as fast as possible. Savero caught out, has the flicker. Sidesteps a little bit, the bullets block him for him. Savero gets out with the tackle. Lord for Kyrie. Onic Esports somehow finds the objective. Now looking to win the fight. The slap from Keyboy just enough. Takes down Aaron Shiki. As Science now pops a diversion. Ludwig willing to take up the shot. Unfortunately for TLID, there is no running. Onic finding 4 at the cost of Kyrie.
And that looks like it will be game again. The Phobias of Aran.
Honestly, a stray bullet could have killed Savero, right? Him getting out was also a big wound for Onic. Here he comes. It's going to be a divergent Keyboy. He's stuck. Oh, wait, messed up the timing a little bit with that Raging Sandstorm still. They got all the inhibitors. This could be an endgame angle. Savero is the target. Willie tries. There's a couple of balls to the face. He is dead. Shadow kill does not enough. TLID takes down the Lord. On the esports now have man advantage. Still looking pretty healthy. The Echo doesn't ping on the Severo. He's going to try and brute force down the Crystal, but TLID will put on a last dance and run to the back. Gets on the Suns, but the game is going to end regardless of what TLID does. Onic esports forces us the full distance, Redmar.
You start with a blunder of an invade, then you come back and do 2-3 invades after that. That made Kiboy go, Fabian, this is my jungle now.
I'll just show you how it's done. Or it's just like, I want to play a little safer, better to go for Aurora. Either or, I just think it will fulfill the position really well, unless they're like, oh, we're going to turn this 360, give us Novaria or something crazy like that.
Nah, you don't need
no way.
That would
just
be too
Vex or
wild.
Aurora, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to overcomplicate things, right? Just pick something straightforward, you know. I mean, Vex doesn't really have the best win rate at 29% out of 19 games played, but still, she gets the job done. You get plenty of AoE, great wave clear, and not only that, TLID, like this lineup wants to get in your face, so they're going to be running forward plenty of times. You have so many layers of roadblocks that they have to go through.
Yeah, Sans is going to be the anchor of this team. However, I don't know. The fire miss is what gets me. You saw the Tigreal come up as well. You know that you want to kind of clump up together. I guess it's a layered process, right?
Yeah.
One thing, whether it be the Netherrealm or whether it be the AOG, it has to come up at 2 separate times.
Yeah, I think you're also going to be looking at just how well Gata Gacha and the Faramis together can chain the pull from his pull and the taunt as well to really mess up Kiboy.
Yeah, well, with that being said, this is going to be the very final match between both of these teams. One of them is going home here today. Let's give it over to our casters to cast this final game. It's Husky and as well as Remar.
Thank you very much, Gideon. It's our last game, dude. Bring it in. It's our
okay.
last game.
That's wholesome. I love it.
Last game for one of these teams as well. It's either TLID or Onic Esports. We're going to jump into game number 5. First question that I always have when I see a Gatot pick is, seems like Gatot is the sole initiator of the team. So how is TLID going to facilitate that? Because for the longest of time, if Gatot is the only guy that can kind of start the fight, and he doesn't really... Aaron Shiki is going to be the target. I think Kyrie, he's going to be there while Shadow stuck onto Aaron Shiki. It's going to be Purified out, waits for it. First blood, Severo claims it.
Easiest rotation there for Onic Esports. And immediately they've already built up a respectable lead for that Harith. Got a few hits onto that gold plating as well up top. Now his Netherrealm back in another 35 seconds if I'm not mistaken, but that's still too long. But Kiboy's going to get punished.
Yeah, and now Implosion into Eternal Guard is the full fight on Esports. They have the damage, but so does Liquid ID. A run goes down, but Lupi and Kiboy trade it back. Kyrie finds Fabian into the Shadow kill. Severo falls with the Salmon Force, looking for Witty. Witty falls. Onic finds Tree, and now Lord is in their control.
What a commitment by Severo, Kyrie, and Sans to push forward. Kyrie got the Shadow kill off, and Severo said, now it's my time to finally use the Zaman Force that he held on to for so long. I thought he already used that way earlier. And that's a win for Onic. At first, it was Team Liquid that pushed back Onic. Onic then got to push back Team Liquid ID after they saw they used a lot.
We're getting close to that. Well, not really close, but how things have been developing, it's a good chance. AOG only onto Lippy. Severo, he's untouched so far. Trying to force out the Netherrealm, cannot get it, but they do get the Revitalize. Conceal, you see that, Shadow kill. Now Netherrealm is down. Severo is in the middle of it. Couldn't dash away, taunted by Witty. Fatal mistake from Onyx. Young gun, the Keyboard still commits. Where's the follow-up? There it is on Kyrie. Fabian looking for Ludwig, being controlled. A run against Kyrie. A run escapes. Kyrie falls back. 2 for Team Liquid ID, and the Lord just spawned.
A pair of mistakes from both teams. Severo getting caught out. I believe he dashed into a wall, but then he was also taunted by Widdy. He was just chained with a loop.
So we go back to square one. Keyboy this time has no flicker to work with alongside the Implosion, and Liquid ID, they're pulling aggro on the Lord. They want control.
They've been using the ultimate of the CC, the Curtain Call, to actually set up for the AOG, which is the right strategy. They're going to be significantly slower, then that should make it easier for the AOG to land. If Aran can find a big one alongside Widdy, that'll be great.
Kyrie is going to use the Shadow kill. Fabian down low, Lupi on top of him with the Netherrealm. Kyrie gets the objective. They take out Fabian. Severo now gets to do what he does best. Right in the middle of everyone. Eroshiki could not hold a candle to this young man. Kyrie does go down, but not before Widdy falls. Onic Esports once more takes possession.
A step closer, nay, a leap closer to an Onic versus Onic Grand Finals. To the very first Philippines versus Indonesia Grand Finals in Season 3. Kyrie finds a run!
And he's gonna get 2 in a row!
Yeah, oh my goodness, Kyrie and Severo might have just won it for Onic Esports.
The cavalry might be fast on ground, but Onic Esports up in the air will rebuild the kingdom as they lock in Grand Finals. A chance to get that 2-peat with this new roster and securing a trophy regardless of the result for Onic as an organization. They take down TLID 3-2.
It's been a long time since making it to a Grand Finals, but a harsh reminder for TLID that these are the 4-time champions of Indonesia, and they are so back. They are back in a Grand Finals in an international tournament.
We have never seen this before.